So this video is the pros and cons of being self-employed / a freelancer versus working a 9-to-5 job. So let me just take you to my world. Woo! So for those of you that don't know, I am a film director, filmmaker, creative. I do pretty much everything under the sun. So from editing to producing to writing, insert reel. My name is Stephanie Adusei-Boateng, and I'm a film director, filmmaker, and overall content creator. Made it through. Like, I edit, I shoot, I direct, I write, I produce. I've been doing this for 15 plus years. I started off acting, then transitioned to directing. I lived in LA for 2 years. I lived in Ghana. I was able to create some dope content. I'm currently working on shooting a feature film in Ghana called The Return Ticket. I'm co-CEO of African Movie Box. If you're passionate about creating, follow my page and let's connect. Why let them put you in one box when you stand out of all of them? So basically what I wanted to tell you guys today is the pros and cons, again, of being a freelancer, self-employed, and also just maybe some things that people can take in mind or bear in mind if they want to start their own freelancer, self-employed journey, and just the things I've learned. So here we go. Currently I'm outside because Bay told me that, you know, if I'm walking around, it will be more interactive and people can, you know, stay focused, right? So whilst I'm showing you this lovely background, listen to the things I'm saying. So freelancer, self-employed life isn't easy, okay? Despite how they make it look on, you know, YouTube, for YouTubers, creators, people that are like on there, like, it's so easy to make money. I think the biggest hurdle is starting, right? I'm crossing, I'm losing light, I'm crossing. So as I said, the biggest hurdle is starting. And I think once you get past this, honestly, that's when things will start to get easier. But for me, I've crossed the finish line and I'm still now trying to find balance in just the things that I'm doing. All right, so as you can see, I'm outside doing this video. It's not during the day where everyone's at work, but just let's act like it is, right? So for me, it's the flexibility. So number one pro of being self-employed is flexibility. You can create your own schedule, you can choose what you want to do, and that flexibility for me is the hugest advantage, because I'm somebody that loves to be free. I love to roam around. I love to travel. If you watch my YouTube, you'll see like I've traveled to so many different places, and I've been able to do that because I'm able to plan the things that I want to do without having restrictions. And so one thing that happened, and a con of being in a 9-to-5, was the flexibility, right? And that's one huge thing that I've had to deal with. So point number two, not having to answer to anybody. So I think this is a pro, but also it could be a con if you don't play your cards right. But why it's a pro is because when I'm in a job, and when I've been in a job, like having a manager, oh geez, like for me, it's like, I don't know what it is, but I'm like, no, I don't want someone telling me what to do. And I think from a young age, I've always been that rule breaker, because I've envisioned a different life for myself from when I was younger. And as I see it manifesting and see, like, you know, the years going by, it's like you can do whatever you want to do. And I hate feeling like I am in a place where people are limiting me. And so when I'm thinking about a 9-to-5, sometimes I'm thinking about the manager, I'm thinking about having to suck up to those people above you, having to do things the way they do, like telling you to smile in meetings, making sure that, you know, if you have your free time in your schedule, they come and book a meeting last minute, don't tell you and say, hey, we got to talk. So I think when it comes to that, me personally, and some people are okay with that, but for me personally, it's always been something I've struggled with. And it's something that I just prefer not to have to do. Pro number three, freedom. Like, look at what I'm doing right now, right? As I said, imagine it's during the day, it's a 9-to-5 day, like, and it's like 12 noon and I'm just walking around, you know, random places. I can do anything that I want to do. The freedom is such a huge part of it. And I think that we discount this thing called time, right? because time is precious. And a lot of the time, I feel like I waste a lot of my time and my effort doing things that I don't want to engage in. And when I'm working for myself, I'm doing things that I want to do. Sometimes you have to do the nitty gritty to get things done that you don't really want to do. But I don't have to be in an environment where I'm around people, people's attitudes and negativity affecting me, limiting me, and making me feel as if I can't achieve the things that I want to achieve. So for me, freedom is a big pro for being self-employed. Number 4, money. You can make a lot of money as a freelancer, self-employed, or a business owner. And obviously everyone's pocket is different, but it just depends on how you're able to build and scale. The whole reason why people are business owners in the first place is because they probably didn't want to follow under anyone's rules, and they knew they can make a lot of money doing the things that they want to do the way they want to do it, right? And so I think that it's something that is not easy at all. However, there's a lot of money in this business. Just as I said in my last video, I was working, I had a 9 to 5, but one of the projects that I was doing earned me a whole month's salary, right? So I was able to make my whole month's salary with one project that I was working on, right? And so I think we have to understand that we have skills and we're able to monetize off of each and every individual skill we have in a way which can scale past just being in one company, because they understand that you have the value that they're looking for and they want to milk you for everything they've got, right? Honestly, I'm not saying this to discourage anyone, because being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, being self-employed, it's not for everyone at all, right? Sometimes it works for people at certain periods of time, and I get it, because as I said, I've been there as well. But I think for the stage of life I'm in right now and for what I want to do, it just makes sense for me to continue to expand and build my own audience, because that's what I'm already doing anyway, right? So why not go all in and really reap the benefits of what I really want out of this life? Unlike some people, I'm unafraid to take risks. And so I will take the risk and I'll see how it goes, right? And if I need to regroup, I regroup. But I'm not going to rob myself of the opportunity because I'm scared of doing something. That I will never do. I've already been to rock bottom before. I've been brokety broke, like really, really not having any money. And so I know how it is, and I know how I felt when I was there. And I think what we've been taught is we've just kind of been brainwashed into thinking that the only way for you to survive and live is to work a job, you know what I'm saying, slave away for that job, get the money, get the pension. And there's so many different ways to do things nowadays. You're seeing so many people become creators or owning their own businesses, and I really commend those people because it's not easy. Okay, so now I have to give you guys some cons. So we're going to go back into the house and do some cons. Okay, all right, see you there. So cons. Basically, what I would say is the biggest con would be you have to make sacrifices. And honestly, I don't even know if I would call that a full-on con, because that's part of life. With anything that you want in life, anything that you are working hard towards, you're going to have to make some kind of sacrifice. That just comes with it, right? You're going to go through growing pains. You're going to go through the process of learning something new from the beginning, from inception, and just being able to navigate that, right? As a child, you had to go through school, you had to learn how to write, learn how to do maths. It's all part of life. So I would say one big thing is that sacrifices will have to be made. Sacrifices when it comes to time, who you're being able to hang out with at certain periods of time. Like some people might be going to like a party or, you know, going to chill with friends, and you're like, I have to go home and work on this, right? And that, especially in the beginning process of things, that's going to be something you just have to do. I do believe, obviously, as you grow and as you get more into the flow of things, you can start now utilizing more of your time, you know, booking things in with friends and family, relaxing, etc. And honestly, I do that anyway, right? I always plan in time to spend with family and friends because, you know, life is about creating those memories with people and those experiences. So for me, I'm already doing that. But I know that at the same time, especially getting into just being a freelancer and self-employed, I was like, I just need to really put my head down for the next month or two because I need to figure out what I'm doing. And so that is going to come with it. I think that for me, that's probably like the biggest con. I don't think I have any more. Surprisingly, I don't have any more to give. But I would say that in terms of some tips, just look at the comparison. See if it makes sense for you, because it's not going to make sense for everyone at certain parts in their time, certain parts in their life, sorry. But what I will say is that there's never a right time. there's never a right time. Despite what people might say, like it's never a right time, because you're always going to feel a way about leaving something that is secure, that you know you're getting money from every month or week, to come into something which is the unknown. There's always going to be a tug and pull with that. And so I would say find a time which works for you. Maybe you've worked in this company, you've saved up a lot of money, you've got a bonus coming in, and now it's a good time for you to explore and go out on your own, because you have the means to continue to push yourself over the next couple of months. Maybe it's a case of you try and start your freelancing and self-employed life and journey whilst you're working. And, you know, everyone to each is their own. I was always doing freelance activities whilst in 9-to-5 jobs all the time. But it does kind of like burn you out. I'm not going to lie. It is a lot. It's a lot, but it's possible. And what I learned is just being completely freelance, even without having something specifically planned ahead before I did become a freelancer. I kind of learned that I just have to make it work, right? I just have to make sure I find opportunities, create the opportunities, and make sure there's ways for me to be able to continue to monetize the different skills that I have. Because as I said, I have so many skills: directing, acting, voiceover, editing, videographer, like producer. It's just like there's so many skills that I have. So there shouldn't be any reason as to why I cannot make money off of the skills that I have. It's impossible, right? It's actually impossible. And if I'm not making money, then I'm not doing something right. And that's how I see it. So putting myself in a position where I'm able to utilize the skills that I have. And so, yeah, I think that's it. So we're going to end on that. But what I would say is, as I said, like I have more pros than cons. I would say that this is because I really do enjoy being a freelancer, self-employed. It does get hard because I'm still building. I'm still at my beginning stages. But I know and I see the other side. Not like there won't be work to be done. But I think that with every journey, there's steps you take. I'm at this stage where I just started going freelance again a couple months ago, and I'm establishing my footing, right? And I know there's going to be another elevation part of my journey where I get better at what I'm doing. I get better at securing different clients. I now create products which I'm able to sell to people, and then it just continues to grow and scale from there. So yeah, guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed that. Drop a comment, drop a like, and yeah, stay tuned for some of my other videos, and that's it. All right, bye.